June jobs report that came out this morning. It showed employers had added 222,000 jobs last month. That's much better than expected, by the way. Joining us now is Paul Conway, former Labor Department Chief of Staff. Paul, what's your take on this latest report?
Well, I think it's a strong report, especially when you take a look at it in the context of what's going on here. The president has a foreign policy. He has a national economic strategy. And this number, when you take a look at it, I think is very reflective of the fact that optimism remains very strong for the president, for his commitment for lower taxes, tax reform, and basically deregulating, using the federal government to step back off the backs of small business and major companies in this country and put people back to work. So if you take a look at it within that context, it's very strong. In the details of it, you're seeing small business growth in states that have been way behind over the past few years: North Dakota, South Dakota, Maine. You're seeing a lot of growth in that area. You're also seeing a quit rate now where more people are leaving a job to go find another one that's better paying. That number is getting close to double what it had been in 2009, which is a very good sign.
Talking of pay, why is it such a struggle to get wage growth to really start picking up with such a tight labor market? Surely the wages should start to rise.
I think they will actually rise. I think you're taking a look here at a president who's only been in office now 5-6 months, effectively getting his cabinet in place and the policies. But I think as you're seeing the labor market tighten, there's still a substantial number of people that are out there on the sideline. It's good that the U6 number is coming down. You have more people that can come in, but I think the competition for talent is going to raise salary among employers. I think that will come soon.
If the president can get his agenda in place, and it's been a struggle up to now, but if he gets if he can get this business-friendly agenda actually enacted, what does that do to the economy and the jobs market?
I think what you'll do is you'll actually see much more substantive growth in the job market. So right now, I still think you have a lot of Americans that are in jobs making ends meet, but it's not the full-time, meaningful job in a career path of their choice or where their training is now. So before those skills atrophy, I think there is still room for growth. But I think once the policies come in place, that optimism that has been fueling this will be translated into more hard actions, especially among small business, 200 employees and less. Give
them that confidence. Paul, before you go, I also wanted to ask you about something completely different here. Your efforts to help people with kidney disease keep working. You're part of an organization that's working on this. Can you explain?
Sure. Real quickly, I have the honor to serve as president of the American Association of Kidney Patients, and as a 36-year patient who's done dialysis and had a transplant for 20 years, the idea of taking people who might end up on dialysis, intercepting them earlier, and getting them the right information about their health and the right information they need to stay employed is a critical issue. So we partnered with the Medical Education Institute, a very fine institution of researchers, and we came together as patients, and we had private sector support from Baxter Pharmaceutical, DaVita, Fresenius, Dialysis Clinic, Inc., and many others, and the renal physicians. And we came together, we took a look at this issue as a coalition. And the bottom line is, the earlier you get to people and encourage them to stay employed and not drop into disability or quit their job, you can actually intervene and keep people earning the money they need to reach their aspirations, paying taxes, and lighten the load on taxpayers. You can slow the growth of the disease. This is over 20 million Americans have this disease. Over half of them are in the workforce.
We wish you continued success with that program. Paul Conway, thanks so much, Paul, for joining us. We appreciate it.